happened to the test for Teams, and is it going to be, do we have to live through it because it's awful?
The
I
what?
really feel, Connie.
Don't hold back. Come on.
Well, Mary Ann Starkey asked me, he texted me yesterday or texted the group and said, every time she turns on her computer, Teams shows up, opens up on her screen automatically, and she doesn't know how to stop it. So she deleted the app. I had to force quit it after the trial thing. It wouldn't, today it opened, but my, yeah, it opened today and I could close it, quit it the normal way, but.
That's interesting. I'd be curious to play with why it's doing that for Marianne, though.
Yeah.
But so Teams is free for the church as part of our office. So Jerry was like, I'm curious if the Zoom room's compatible with that, because it's free.
Right.
It would go from paying $3,000 a year to nothing if we did that.
Right.
So I think the long-term issues with it could be problematic for folks. But just for kicks and giggles,
Yeah. Well, I figured it was financial was a reason why you're trying it, but
but it was not successful. It was not like if you've used the Zoom room in Spelman Jr., it's pretty much like a launch meeting button and everything goes.
Right.
And that would not be the way it would be if we were to switch to Teams. It would be cumbersome and you would need a laptop and things for it to be good quality, because clearly our sound and audio were not, and video were not to the quality we have with that, which makes no sense to me. And I'd like to play more with that, because I would think the camera quality should be the same, because it's the same camera and audio, but I don't want to wait times.
I'm looking on the news and it says Microsoft Teams outage. Here's what went wrong. And it's dated 3 hours before now. So maybe that's why you're having issues, or someone's having issues because it's out.
When
Yeah.
our IT provider that's in charge of our office suite, they came in to test this with me. I figured that they would be able to find like the operating system interface to make it work.
Right.
And he said that Microsoft Teams on Monday was having issues. He's like, I wouldn't be surprised if we can't do this today. So maybe Monday was a bad day, but it'd be interesting to try again.
Yeah. Well, I was just reading that now and I thought that was a recent headline.
Oh, yeah.
It said it was
probably a developing story. It's probably been
yes.
having all week.
Yes. And because it's down, no one can know.
Exactly.
I guess I'm glad I didn't download it.
It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same premise as Zoom. It's just another Zoom, like a video conferencing application. And it's built with the Microsoft suite. So if you live in Microsoft, and so a lot of professionals, like my brother does everything in Teams. So those kind of people, it makes sense to do. And it's all connected in this thing. But I found trying to schedule that test meeting very cumbersome. I couldn't just like create a link and send it to you guys.
Right.
Like I had to like invite people. I'm like, I don't want to invite specific people. I just want a link to send you. So things like that. And it also didn't look like I could make someone a co-host or anything like that. So, which is important for like Bible studies that meet under my account without me actually attending their meetings. So
Anyway,
pros and cons.
Techie, but also a digression. I apologize.
It'll be curious to see, what happens with it all, and maybe there'll be improvements and things like everything.
How old is that system? Whatever it is, team.
How
long has it been around?
I'm guessing about the same time as Zoom.
Right. Competition.
Because I was just wondering if there were still little kinks to work out in general with it. But if your brother's having a lot of success with it,
Yeah, I think if you live in the Microsoft world, it's where you do everything. Very much like we live in Zoom because
That's where you started.
that's where we all got comfortable with, right?
Right.
2017, it looks like it was launched.
Huh.
And Zoom was launched in 2011.
Mm.
And Skype was before that. Yeah, Skype was 2003 because I was using that in college.
Right.
So
And we'd not heard of Zoom until 3 years ago because we didn't need it.
yep.
Hmm.
So anyway, I know you guys have more practical questions and things. Miss Nancy, did you want to show us your?
Yeah. Let's see if I can do this.
No.
Nancy has a question about renewing McAfee antivirus software.
All right, here's the, or do you see it yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the email I got. All right, when I bought my laptop, I got a free year of McAfee, but I don't know what I mean, protection, but I don't know how much protection or what. And then about a year later, it said to, renew it. And also it said, do you want to automatically renew? And I said, no, but I paid like $69 or something to renew it. And it said it would handle all my devices. However, when I tried to get it on my old laptop or my old computer, it seemed like it wanted too much information. And I said, forget it, the old computer is doing fine as it is. But of course, so now I get this, will handle renewal and identity protection. And I've been getting things all along. Do you want extra protection? Do you want this? And I never can figure out if I'm having to pay for it or if it's part of the original thing. And in fact, this morning, as I turned it on, it said something about, do you want to do whatever? And I was hoping it would stay as a pop-up so that you could see it, but it didn't. And like, yeah, it sounds like a good idea, but what am I committing to if I do that? Okay, so here's the one that says, we'll handle your renewal and identity protection. So we'll auto renew your thing. I said, I didn't say for auto renew subscription. And it said, or I can do it manually today. Well, I don't want to do either. So I'm thinking you have to look in my computer to see what is actually there. Is that how we'd know,
Mm-hmm.
What it is? Because I want to just let it expire, but it sounds to me like, and actually the expiration date isn't until 19 September, but the base price is 100. I'm not going to pay that much money. I'm going to go with one of the cheaper one, the free ones. And then there's this other stuff that you can add, I guess, or is this what it means? You get all this, and I don't need all that. And at least I don't want to pay for all that. So where do I go? Do you want me to get to my?
Well, I would go, if you have it downloaded on your computer, I would say launch the app because
Okay, let me see how.
it won't be on a browser.
Oh man, I see how it's hard when you're doing this in front of everybody to know what you're supposed to be doing. Let me see. I want to go.
Hello?
Wait a minute, I want to go to here,
Yep.
and I want to go to. Oh dear. Wait a minute, that didn't see
If
that
you
one.
go to the search, like the magnifying glass,
Oh yeah.
that works too. There it is.
Where? Oh, here. Click
Yep.
on this.
Double.
Okay. And nothing happens.
Double click.
I did. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. All right, I don't want to stop the share. I want you to see all this. I want to make the screen. Is the screen big enough for you to see that? Says
It
it's not.
will be once it loads.
Okay.
We see a blue spinning wheel. Do you have a?
Yeah, that's why. Well, it actually, yeah, the dots are going round. but there, okay. Oh, now what? What's this? Now what did something else pop in front of it for?
Oh,
Right. What is it?
it looks like a pop-up for one weird reason.
So should I just close it out? This
Yep.
was- Okay. All right, tell me password manager, tell me web protection, antivirus, let's see, our trusted apps. See,
So
it
it looks
doesn't
like,
even sound like I'm not even in my own, right?
well, if you try clicking open, but it looks like you're not signed in too. So let's see.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Um,
try opening it.
There we go.
As helpful as antivirus software is, it's stupid.
All right, oh, this looks interesting. They removed the cookies? I thought I had, what you call it?
A
Uh,
password manager and clean your cache and cookies.
No, I
Get all
have,
your cookies.
I have the ad blocker that I can't think of the name of. What's the ad blocker you recommended?
Oh, there's a bunch. They're pretty.
Well, anyway, the one with the red thing, and so maybe this overtook the, all right, so we removed those cookies. I didn't know they were gonna do that even. I mean, do I want to get this moved over here? Oh,
You got it.
you guys over here.
So it looks like you've got antivirus software on, you've got tracker remover, and you've got protection for more devices.
Oh, I see it now. See, yeah, okay. So I don't have that. So, but this is all the stuff that I could do, that I could take, I could actually use.
It looks like it.
All right, and then check your protection score. The setup ID protection, I don't know if that's gonna be extra, or what do I
don't know. Without clicking on it, it's hard to say.
should I do that, or should I click on the little buttons?
You can do both.
Checks the internet and dark web for your stolen personal ID. Okay, well, I don't need to do that right now. So in other words, I could do that.
Mhm.
Check your protection score. This doesn't tell me anything about my account though, does it?
Right. This is just your homepage. If you go, there's a little to the left, there's that menu bar.
Yeah.
At the bottom of that line, there's a little icon with a person's head in it. The fourth one at the top. Yep.
There you go.
My subscription. You see that?
Yep. 58 days left. It's active. Okay, it's active, but so what?
Go to my account.
So yeah, go to my account.
Look, see, they want you to renew early.
Oh, yeah, of course. But if I
Early
don't,
and
they're not-
often.
yeah, but they're not gonna, if I don't, they're gonna automatically renew it, and I don't wanna do that. That's the biggest question.
Right.
It looks like, yeah, it would do it.
Password. Create an account with email address you provided when you first set up your software. Please confirm. Create a password.
So it looks like you never got an
Oh.
online account started, so they want you to create a password.
All right, can you hang on a second while I go see if I don't really have the password? Just sing a song or something.
You can stop your share and talk about someone else.
Well, then I was going to ask about the cookie removal.
Yeah.
If you have, so for example, she has McAfee, which says it removes the cookies. Does that mean she doesn't have to pay for an ad blocker?
So ad blockers and cookies are two different things. I
Oh,
thought
I
we
didn't realize
circle
that.
back to this once she was done with this.
Okay.
And I'd be curious to click that button at the top that said like what they had collected. So ad blockers will just block ads.
Okay.
Some of them will block cookies as well. But it's usually just ads. You have to go to your clear cache and cookies to clear your cache and cookies.
Okay.
There's not like an easy way to
Okay.
do that.
And where would I find clear cookies?
Um,
In
Grocery
settings?
store.
it's in each browser.
Oh,
So
okay.
under the settings icon of that, we can go through that as well.
So I have to go to Wegmans to get rid of the
Yes.
cookies.
Yes.
Or just eat them, you know?
Yes,
So you go there to buy more cookies to eat.
And so you have to stop going to at Wegmans to
Yeah.
get rid of the cookies.
Okay. All right, I don't find one, so I have to make a password. Is this gonna show as I do it? 8 to 32,
No.
one lowercase.
It should
one
just be
uppercase.
like carrots or
Okay,
Dots.
dots.
Yeah.
all right, but let's see.
Well, we'll shut our eyes all.
We'll close, yeah. Close your eyes, everyone.
We won't
Don't look at the
remember.
dots. Oh, I know what it says.
No, you don't, but I better write this down before I forget. I already forget what wait a minute, what the last one was. Wait a sec.
Start over.
No, I'll just do the last one. Okay, that's what it is.
It will
Oh.
yell at you if they don't match.
That's right. They do not match. What?
Right.
Start over.
One's shorter than the other one.
Yeah.
No longer.
Wait,
Go with the
I'd do
longer
them
one.
both. Yeah.
So the mail came? Was there any mail?
yay.
Yay.
Congratulations, write it down.
Yeah, write it down.
Thanks for cheering. Now what is, okay, go.
Hit okay.
So, all right, that's what, I did not realize I hadn't done that. So that's, oh, so now I get to try it again, see if
Yep.
it works.
Get to try adding it one more time.
And I could say, remember me, I guess.
Sure.
Sure.
Now what? Save password? Sure, why not? All right, my account, Windows PC, protect all your devices.
So
Oh.
yeah, if you wanted to download it on a different computer, you could do that here.
Okay, that's probably why it wouldn't let me do it on the other computer.
That would
Probably
make
not.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that I hadn't really logged in. Okay.
So
Right,
once
that's-
you do that on that computer, you could do it.
All right,
And it
so I
looks
would
like
have,
you could do a password manager if you want a password manager, but if you're not going to renew with them, there's no point in doing that.
right, okay, now, it still doesn't say anything about how to get out of it, does
It's
it?
because it wants to hide it. It's called a dark pattern.
Ooh, how do I get to it?
Ooh.
Auto renew settings. Do you see that?
No, up top there.
I
Yep.
know, I
click
already-
on
I
it.
keep pointing with my finger.
Well, I did, I clicked on it once.
Double click. It's always a double click.
No, it wasn't. Okay. All right, add a device, one device protected. Now, that's interesting because it said it said all my devices were protected when I paid the amount, and obviously it wasn't. Because all right, continuous breaking. Okay, auto renew, I don't want to know that.
Go back up. Do you see under the renewal date to the right of that, there's auto renew membership? You
Oh,
want,
good.
go back. Go back to auto renew settings up at the top.
Let's see, where did
To the left or to the right, excuse me, to the right of the renew date auto renewal membership, you want to change that from on to off.
aha,
Click on it one more time and hit end my membership.
oh, you're good. Free protection with your, oh, no.
They're wanting you to stay, right?
I know, right, I'm saying no. But where do I say no? And my membership, right?
Yep. Perfect.
Tell us why you're not.
Oh, it's interesting. It only gives you two.
Yes.
My payment. date
None
is-
of your business.
Yeah,
You have to, yeah, different reason.
Now you'll
Usually
get a
there's
list.
like,
There you go. Now you get to tell them.
I hate you. I hate you.
it's too expensive.
I've lost that love and feeling.
Your auto renewal is now off. Your current subscription goes till September 17th. So I have that much time to decide what I'm going to do.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
you can always turn them back on.
Okay, so is that it then? I should get out of here
Yep.
now?
You can close out of that.
How do
Lynn,
I
is
do
it
that?
possible when she first got the McAfee, that she didn't add the rest of I mean, they said, oh, you have coverage for all of your equipment, but you have to physically add them to get them covered.
Well,
Yes.
see, but it didn't let me do that. And of course. and
Right,
the
but I think
reason
that's the sneaky part. They don't tell you how to do it, that you have to do
Right, well,
something
because I tried to
manually.
do it on my other, well, and actually though, when they were trying to do it, they wanted to get rid of everything else. Well, I don't know, doesn't matter. All right, now I still can't find it. How do I right here?
Our heads might be over top of it.
Yeah, I just moved it and you weren't there. It wasn't there.
Close the window,
But I mean, yeah, I can.
close the
right,
tab.
Yep.
There we go. That one.
Before can you hit open again? For antivirus protection, I want to just check something out. I'm curious for others.
Okay, it's taking its time. Oh, there we go.
Can you, I want to see the cache and cookies thing. Oh, did it disappear?
It looks like it.
It
Mhm.
looks like it. Can you do tracker remover? I'm just curious. Because I want to know how it's tracking these things.
Hmm.
How does it know to do that?
Settings.
Can you go to settings?
Schedule. First Tuesday of each month at 6 a.m. Okay, that's what it was doing, I guess, huh?
Yep. Can you go to settings? Oh, it looks like it's doing it on the computer itself. That's interesting.
Maybe I'm gonna want to renew this, huh?
I didn't know that you could get cookies on the computer. I thought it was just on the browser.
Your temporary clean cookies, cache history in all my browsers.
That's
Sure.
helpful.
Or choose
That's
what.
nice. That's really nice.
Hmm.
Oh, and
Maybe-
you can do that for email too. Huh, that's cool.
So it was doing it automatically, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Which is
Okay,
good. You want to clean your cache and cookies. So you don't have to go to each specific browser and hit clear my cache and cookies. It does it on that.
but that didn't say anything about ads though, right? Or did it?
No, ads and cookies are two different things.
Right, so but the thing that popped up when we first opened it, did that say ads and cookies? Isn't that what it said? No, it's a cache, okay. Well, I still don't know why I'm not getting any ads when the ad maker
Well, you have an ad blocker, which is protecting you with the hidden ads.
right, but the ad blocker doesn't say that it has the same number that it's had for the last 6 months as to how many it's cleared.
Mm.
So I don't think it's actually, well, it's obviously working. And we've had this discussion before. It's working. So I don't want to mess with it. Or something's working, but maybe it hasn't been working. Maybe McAfee took over for it.
Maybe you get the same amount of ads each month.
No. It had like 20 since I started at 23,960 or something. And
Do you
that
want to
number,
open your ad blocker for us for kicks and giggles?
I'm maybe talking out of school here. How do I get rid of this one?
There's an X in that one too.
Upper right-hand corner.
You see an X? I don't see an X.
It's above sign in.
Upper right.
Wait a minute.
Above
Above,
sign in,
I don't see a sign. I
upper
don't-
right-hand corner.
It's in that black section that's McAfee personal security.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I move this down? I can't because what's in
Our heads in the way. Oh, it's the
not
stop
our
and
heads,
share.
Wait a minute. Oh, there, I can move it down with that. Okay. All right. Now what? All right, there. That's what was missing. Oh, it's amazing. All right. Now, what did we say?
Lovely
ad-
family.
Thank you. Ad blocker.
Open a browser.
Okay, see, there it is.
Yep.
555.
Nothing to block here.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, right. Okay, so how do I
If you go to Yahoo, say,
go to Yahoo?
Yahoo,
Um,
under DuckDuckGo, it's the first,
Oh, that's mine, goes to my mail, but that's
Oh.
okay.
that works too. Or Speed Test would have one too.
Uh,
CNN probably does too. Yeah, it's 5.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
So there's 5 on this web page.
5 on this. Oh my gosh, that number has gone up. Since I haven't looked at it for a couple months, but apparently, okay, because it was 20 something. All right, well, that's cool. It's working. But why, but doesn't it work? All right. When I go to Yahoo,
Yahoo.
why isn't it? There it is. There should be new mails every, oh, all right. No, I just answered it. Apparently the other wasn't McAfee then blocking them. And now that I said I don't want it anymore, they've stopped blocking them.
No, it's still hiding them. Do you see there should be an advertisement under the breaking news? President Biden tests positive for COVID.
Yeah, right. Well, it
Oh,
says right
no.
here. But
It looks like 2 on this page, but it's not,
Okay.
it's not,
Right.
there are some that it's overriding.
okay.
Like
Um,
the breaking news is not considered an ad, say, or
Right,
offers for
right.
you.
Okay, all right. I'm mistaken here. It's only on my computer that they don't show up as being ads being, the number never shows up here on the little hand on my computer, I think, but I'll go look at that again. Anyway, that's enough of time for me. Let me get out of here. Stop sharing. Okay. You want anything else you want to see on my computer?
I don't think so at the moment.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's very helpful.
Cool beans. Okay. Miss Betty Ann, how's your phone going?
Phone is great. Everything is working well. I'm just watching the battery going down. It's down to 36 and I'm not even nervous anymore after what the guy told me. So maybe tomorrow or sometime. And I was just thinking it does make sense. This man at You Break, I Fix It, You Break, I Fix, said that I should, when I got my phone repaired, it was 100%. He said, let it drain down to 10%. Before you recharge it to 100 and do that for a week. And then just let it drain down to 25 and that'll extend the battery life. So this is very opposed to my instincts, but there's always a charger nearby. So if I'm, going on a trip or something, I can, and I have them in the car. I'm just trying to relax and remember that this is going to mean even fewer times that I charge the phone. So even charging, they say, wears down the battery a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's starting to make a lot of sense. And everything is working perfectly, knock wood, because there's always something breaking in this house. So we're good.
So we should let it we recharge at 25%?
After, yeah, he said this first week after I got a new battery and I needed a new port, there were two things that needed to be done. They had to order that. I'm so proud of them for figuring out that was a problem, but so he said it has to recalibrate, and that's why to take it down to % for the week and then just to 25.
Nice.
But this was, I have a Samsung Galaxy. And he said they work very closely with Samsung, and this is the latest information because a lot of people are uncomfortable with that at first.
Yeah.
But he said that's their latest recommendation. So I have that's what I'm going to do. It might be different for your iPhones and all the other things.
Oh, okay.
Lynn probably just doesn't worry about batteries because she's going to get a new iPhone every 10 minutes. So
Yes.
Every year, but
yeah.
yeah, I'd be curious if they have different recommendations for each one.
Yeah.
Because they probably know more than us Googling, because Google has a variety.
Well,
of
that's what I
Yes,
said.
yes.
I did that. I read a few articles and they disagreed with each other. So I thought, I'm just going to talk to the guy who worked with Samsung. That sounds like the safest thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Indeed. And Rob, did you have questions or am I imagining that?
No, you have good extra sensory perception, Lynn. Yeah, here's a question, a little sticky. Mary and I have for eons shared the same incoming email address.
Mhm.
And a couple days ago, maybe she made a comment that possibly inferred that maybe she should have another one. I'm thinking of some Bible studies where she gets it. It has nothing to do with Rob, and they could just go right to Mary. I'd like to open the group to some pros and cons. How would this do? She does have in a Gmail, address, never used, probably wouldn't know how to access it. Any thoughts?
There,
The thought, for her to have her own email address? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, right. So if somebody, we'll pick on Connie here, they're in the same Bible study. If Connie wanted to send out, say, hey, ladies, on, this Tuesday, this is the subject, Connie could just send it to Mary's email address as opposed to the joint.
yeah, or maybe, there's a care concern or something that's pretty private. They don't want spouses to see. Bob and Jean Bell are ones that have a couple email. They don't have a separate one. And I find it very confusing because sometimes I'm not sure who's responding to me. Is it Jean or is it Bob? So there are pros and cons to each of them, but
I am
it's
muted.
very I'm so proud that you trust each other to, read all your emails, say, of what each other are.
Bill and I have separate accounts, but if I go on to whatever this thing you got me onto, Spark, they all show up there. So I can still read Bill's emails if I really want to read his emails. And sometimes it's very convenient because he's not near the big computer, which is where he usually gets his emails. And I can just tell him whether he's got any to look at. So.
Mhm. Yeah, Rob, you could add Mary's Gmail to your Mac mail that you sort through, and then you could look at both of them in the same inbox. You could look at just yours or just hers.
Yeah.
So it would be pretty much the same thing. It's just sorted in different ways. So I only see positive things about doing having two. The church also has a database for a realm to set up your own account. And if you wanted each of you to have a different account, say she joins deacons, they send things through that database.
Right.
If you both become an elder and a deacon at the same time, I know you're not members, but if that was the case, then you couldn't have the same profile. It would not let you do that. That's one thing that frustrates Bob and Jean Bell, that they can't have two different realm accounts. So.
Mm.
All right, so your summary here, Lynn, is that go to MacMail
Mhm.
and go through that process.
Yeah, and we could show you how to add her account if you have her email and password on you.
Okay, I certainly don't today. This is my exploratory question. Okay.
In a week or two when you are, or 2 weeks, because I won't be here next week. I apologize.
All right.
You're allowed to go. I don't know. I find that I just had never thought of having a joint email.
Right.
I don't want to read. It's kind of like the U.S. Postal Service. I don't want people reading my mail.
I find having just two individual emails for myself helpful, because I have one for all my personal emails for friends and family,
Right.
and then I have an email for all the companies that I give all the companies,
Yes.
which is my spam email. So if I want to
Yeah.
look for coupons and things like that, I can go to that mailbox.
And then
But
you
I
have a third one
went
for
through it.
church. Then
And
you
then I have
your-
a work email too.
Yeah,
So I've got 3 different ones.
yeah.
I actually have 3 Yahoo Mail accounts. One is my good one. The other one is one for when I have to register for something or I don't want to give it out. And then, and my third one was for my sailing life when I was on the board and all that. The mistake with that one though was our boat was Fantasy, spelled SEA at the end. So I took the username Fantasy Lady. And guess what kind of emails I got?
Yes, yes.
So I changed that fast.
Oh,
Well, Lynn, since we're
Yeah.
talking emails and Fantasy Lady, what if you wanted to shut down an email? Because I'm just remembering, I noticed that I have a Yahoo one when I was on a pastoral search committee that I've not used in 10 years. So can you close them?
I think you can. Yes, it's more complicated than some, but yeah, we can look into which. Do you know what email it is? Is it a Yahoo?
No, I believe it's Yahoo, but I'll have to check because I just talking about it made me think about it, Yahoo. So I'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
Because when people die and things, you don't want to keep that around. And I
Right.
know they, after so many years, if you don't use it, they will automatically delete it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Maybe like if you don't log in the next 30 days, you will get deleted or something.
oh.
Oh, it's much longer than that because Fantasy Lady is still out there.
And my Yahoo from middle school is still out
Oh
there.
boy, yes. We should join them together.
Well, and I use it for some things, but not really.
That's funny. So
Yeah.
Mm.
But good question. Yeah, I think you can delete all those things.
yeah.
Gmail, I think, is the hardest to delete, but
Oh, yeah.
it's like Facebook too. There's a lot of
Yeah.
different options to delete.
Right.
And they make it hard, like Nancy's McAfee. So
Yeah.
McAfee. Yeah.
I have another Google backup question. My phone, I forgot, 2 phone questions. The Google one, I got a sort of a message saying backup incomplete. Leave your phone charging for 2 hours, idle and charging for 2 hours. Well, my phone doesn't ever take 2 hours to charge, so I don't tend to do that. Do I really have to do that? Let it sit there for 2 hours, even after it's charged?
They back up your phone?
I guess, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I just take I don't even care if they don't back it up for one thing. But I don't know what happens when I just delete the notification, because the notification doesn't come back again anytime soon so I don't know if they actually did get it complete. One time when I did have it charging a long time, it did say backup complete, but is it really, I thought it was bad to keep it charging for after it's charged, at least not for another hour anyway.
Yeah, there's no reason to keep it charged if it's at 100%. But yeah, I'd be curious to see if you can look in the backup settings in your phone when the last backup was.
Okay.
Because maybe it's backing up and it's just, whatever reason you got that error that one day.
Well, and it's backing up with all the trash, which I didn't realize there's a way to delete it, not waiting 60 days after you put it in trash. And I try to do that too. Another thing I got, oh my gosh, and it was a Saturday morning, I turned on my phone and it didn't come all the way on. It came to a page with a whole bunch of things to do, and at the bottom was reboot or factory reboot. And it just sat there and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't turn it back off. And finally, it looked like the first one was highlighted. So I clicked on that and it came up modem initiate, INIT, I guess initiation or something. So I just sat there. And finally it went away. Was that unusual or was that a hack or what? It finally just did open up right. Or it finally let me close, I guess, and start over.
That is definitely disconcerting. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could have been an accidental bump thing to get you in the wrong place at a time, but if it's restarting normally and things now, you're probably okay.
Well, and actually, when I did say, okay, that one's highlighted, let me click on that and then see if I could do anything else. It actually, the whole screen filled up with just lines of empty boxes. Well, no, like boxes along the edge, empty
Mhm.
boxes. And I'm thinking, I don't know what that is, but that went away on its own. And then it seemed like 3 days, but I guess it was probably only 3 minutes the most.
Well,
Before it went away.
and
So,
that shows it comes on your phone.
yeah, it came on the phone and
Oh.
my problem was,
Can you take a screenshot?
no, when you couldn't do anything, you didn't have.
Oh, I
access to
see.
anything
Okay,
on the
because I was going to
phone.
say,
Couldn't even shut it down. And
since
finally,
Lynn showed me how to do a screenshot, I think.
oh yeah, no, you couldn't do anything. And actually it wouldn't
boy.
let me shut down, but now I'm thinking maybe it needed extra longer time to hold it down to shut down. And I was not waiting the 3 months, whatever it was. Yeah, so
You really, whenever I have those things, I hold it down and it feels like it's 30 minutes, but it's really
Yeah.
like 2 or 3
Yeah.
minutes, but it feels
yeah. So
like-
it did go away and it started. So I have no idea if that was supposed to come up or if that, but it would be nice if I was going to throw away the phone because I could have said a factory reboot. That would have been great, but I didn't want to do that.
yeah. I mean, you'll want to do that whenever you get rid of that phone, but
And of course, I won't be able to find that then, probably.
we can show you how to do that
Okay,
whenever that day is.
yes. It won't be for an iPhone though, I'm sorry.
That's okay. To each his own,
Yes.
does not matter, as long as it works for you.
We can get the cricket or whatever it is that on television it wants us to get, which is actually looks more expensive than just getting a phone.
Mhm.
But I was just looking to see if my Google thing came up. But somehow I've got my phone on airplane, so I should go into settings and fix that.
Wait, it's on airplane mode?
Yeah, I must have hit something.
So you're not getting your phone calls or texts.
Yeah, but I must have just done it now when she was talking about Google. So let's figure out where my
Do you
settings.
have an iPhone or do you have an Android?
It's an iPhone and I just turned off airplane mode. So
Okay, you found it. You don't need me to show you.
no, but yes. So yeah, we shouldn't be allowed to have these things.
Yeah, right.
Crazy how much technology is stored in our little hands.
Yeah.
Oh man. Any other concerns? Questions?
No, just a quick one. When Betty Ann was talking about knowing what your phone, how much power you had. I have an iPhone 6 and it just has a battery line. Mine doesn't say 25% or 50% as hers does, or does it? And I just don't know to look for that.
There might be a way to turn it on. Let me see. Battery. Battery health.
Oh.
So power mode.
On mine, if you go in under battery,
Mm-hmm.
and then what was the next? Now I just went in under battery, and the first thing says battery percentage, and you have to turn it on if you want it to be
Oh.
displayed.
Oh, that's
that's how-
interesting. I don't
That was
have that.
easy. Thank you.
I
for
have an
putting
8, and I know when I had my 6, it showed the percentage. So
Uh-huh.
do you have that if you go into settings and then click on battery?
I followed your lead and I did that. So yes, now it will tell me.
So
Thank you.
It
This
should,
is-
when you go back out to your home screen now, it should have a percentage up in the upper
Yeah.
right-hand corner.
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
so I don't know if you guys have this. It might be I probably have a newer version that's
Yeah, don't you
weird.
have like an iPhone 23 or something?
Yeah. In my battery settings, I don't know if you guys have this in your battery sections, but there's a battery health one.
Right.
And it says optimize battery charging, which is to reduce aging. So if you have that option, you should turn
Oh.
it on
Yeah.
to avoid that.
I do have a battery health. Repeat what you just said about how to turn it on.
So if you click on the battery health option,
Yes,
Mhm.
there's an optimized battery charging.
yes. Okay, it's already
Turn
on.
that on. That should
Mhm.
help the aging of the battery.
Oh.
I have
Okay,
that on.
yeah, mine's already on.
Yeah, mine
Mine-
was too.
Mine says I have a low power mode. I guess I should turn that on also.
That's only when
You're about to run out.
you're about to run out.
I
It does
see.
it automatically if you get to like 10%.
Uh-huh.
Or it shows you a pop-up that says, do you want to do this because you're running
Right.
out? But it's also
Um,
interesting to see your battery levels,
Yeah.
activity, what's using
What's
the
using my,
most
yeah.
battery.
The Safari, that's the search engine, right?
Yep,
On the phone. Yes.
browser.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Browser. Learning the
There, I discovered another more secure browser that you might want to play with and see if you like it better than any other one. I'm just trying it out for kicks and giggles to see whether I like it better. Called
Better than Brave?
I like it better than Brave.
Oh, yeah.
It's called you.com, like you are here, YOU.com. So I'll throw it in the chat for you. So if you want to try that one, you're welcome to try it. See if you like it better than DuckDuckGo or Brave or Google.
Thank you.
So what's wrong with Brave? Because I thought that was the latest and greatest.
It's definitely better, more secure. I don't always find the results that would be easier to find stuff. What I like about like Google is sometimes it has the answers embedded for you and you don't have to search. Like I typed in Google, the year Zoom came out and it just magically
It
had the
just
year
told
at
you.
the top. I didn't have to go looking in pages, which is disconcerting because sometimes the web page they're using is not accurate or not necessarily legit. But I find that kind of stuff helpful. Or if I search watch a movie or something, it will tell me what platforms it's on. So I don't have to go searching, is it on Netflix, Hulu, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Where if you type in watch, whatever movie, it just tells you in Google. But Brave doesn't have that listed at the top, which is also disconcerting, like privacy wise, it has that feature. But you.com is a like hybrid of the two. It's got a little more of that embedded integration stuff and personalization, but has the security features. So there are pros and cons to every browser or every search engine. I have not found one that's completely perfect. But
Because
that is
they keep messing with them and then they become unsafe and then you have to find another one.
right. Yeah, John Oliver did a bit on that a couple weeks
Yes.
ago.
He is very funny. You are right.
I like John Oliver.
Is Brave, I thought Brave was a browser.
It is a browser, but they have their own search engine. That you.com, I think, might be a browser as well. Maybe. I don't see a download button though, so maybe not.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because I'm getting close to putting Brave on, because I realized that if something happens that I'm hacked in Chrome, I need to have another browser I can get into, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because and Edge is on there because it was put on there from the beginning, but I haven't ever done anything with it. I guess it's still there. I just don't even try to open it.
Yeah.
But so is it okay to have 3 browsers?
Oh, the more the better,
Okay.
because sometimes websites behave better on certain websites,
Okay.
like government websites in particular, where like for whatever reason would only work on Internet Explorer for the longest time. So if you tried looking at it on Chrome or Firefox, it would
Mhm.
behave. But there are certain websites that work better on things. So sometimes when you have tech support issues, if you call me and say something's funky with the website, I will go, did you try switching browsers?
Mhm.
And there are companies like that will say the same thing when you call them for tech support. It's like the default, like instead of turning it on and off again,
Uh-huh.
can't do that with browsers. So you can do that when it comes to web pages.
I feel very knowledgeable after we're done and confused, like both of them going on in my head at the same time. Like, what?
Anything we can clear up with the confusion, or is it
No,
just
no, I just have to, process it afterwards. I can report that I have been busily deleting my emails from 2016 and 17.
Wow.
what number are you at?
Oh, I think I'm down to 55, and I was at 506, 700, but I'm down to 55. But the big, the also lesson is I've got to be deleting today too, so they
Right.
don't just fill up on me.
And be unsubscribed for the ones you don't want anymore.
Yes, I've been doing that, and so yes, thank you for helping me see that it's not as tedious as I thought. Although I still come across like, oh, I haven't talked to them in a while. So I've been writing them down. I should call them.
It's a good way to reconnect.
Yes.
But I
No,
did think of you this week because I went over to Dan Wilcox's house because
Uh-huh.
he got malware on a computer. So
Oh.
so Patty asked if I could come over and help because she was overwhelmed and he's not doing so hot.
Aw.
And he had 27,000 emails in his
Oh my gosh.
I find it much easier to delete than to unsubscribe, though.
yes.
Much
is
quicker, it's much faster, put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
But
They
speaking of Danny, he was supposed when I saw him on Tuesday, he was like, oh, I think I'll make it to tech time this week because I'm having a little more energy. But then last night I got a text from Patty saying that he is weakening and it's unclear to her and the home care nurse what's going on. So you might want to add him to your prayer list.
Yes.
I know he appreciated your card, Nancy. He made a comment, so thank you for that.
I will put him on.
Yeah, tough. MS is a nasty disease.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yes. Pray for our world and the fire and the floods and the
Heat.
heat and it's as if it all happened at once. That's how I feel right now. It's kind of like we've been talking about, it's kind of like with climate change. We've been talking and arguing about it for 20 years and done nothing, and now it's here. It's like, what do we do? But I will put Dan on and the world. Oh, my husband leaves for Switzerland on tomorrow.
Oh, where? Where in
Uh,
Switzerland?
Kondersteg International Scout something. The troop goes every 4 years, so this is their 2020 trip that was delayed, obviously. So let's hope they get to go.
Yes. That prayers that the flights go over
Yes,
okay. They get
yes.
their luggage.
Yes.
They don't get stuck there.
All I can think with if 40 people show up and they have to I didn't remember, but you have to travel in your scout clothes, your uniforms.
Right.
Hopefully there'll be like somebody will see 40 people in scout uniforms and go, oh, I think I'll help them because they're all together. We can get them on the plane.
Yep.
But that they have a safe trip once they get there.
Yep.
And I will enjoy 10 days.
Oh,
Alone.
Yes. Watching what I want. Oh, he's not here right now. He just left. You know, just having fun. Doing girly stuff.
Good. Enjoy.
Yes. And Lynn, you said you're going away. Where are you going?
Oh, just my cousin's coming to town.
Uh-huh.
But of course, you know, it was last minute decision. And she's like, I'm coming from Sunday afternoon to Thursday morning. And I was like, well, that means I have to take off work because, you know, my weekend's Friday and Saturday if I want to see you. So
Yes.
I'm taking off Wednesday and Thursday to see a little bit. I'll have dinner with
Yeah.
them on Tuesday and do
Yeah.
that. But I
That's
haven't
always
seen
nice.
her in person since 2019. We have a weekly Zoom for my grandma.
Uh-huh.
So you see over
Yes.
Zoom. I'd say we're probably closer than we were before the pandemic because we weren't Zooming every week.
Weekly,
for that.
zooming every week. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice for your
Yeah.
grandmom too. That's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she gets a lot out of it. She's 98 and
Uh-huh.
falls asleep normally during the 40-minute call. but-
That's right.
She's
least
still
you can
hearing
trust
it. Yeah. What did Lynn say? You know, she's not in that deep sleep. She's in that, you know, dreamy state.
We'll get a wave usually.
Yeah.
But she knows you're there and you care. That's
Yeah,
the important
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
That's sweet.
Alrighty. Anyway, anything else for the good of the order? Questions, concerns, or
The
things?
witching hour.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank
Have a
you.
good week, guys.
Yeah.
Good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, stay cool. Stay cool if you come.
Oh, yeah.